I finally watched The Boys Season 5 finale, and I swear on everything, there is not a single character in this verse that knows how to throw a punch. Today, I'll show you why this fight scene just makes no sense, doesn't work, bad choreography, bad fighting, bad punches, illogical out the wazoo. First, I would like to address the big, hairy, pink, fluffy, plump elephant in the room, and that is Homelander's speed. Play the clip. Did you see that? Did you see that quite literal tap? And Homelander was there in a split second. Now, you might be asking, Tyler, why is this relevant? I'm gonna answer that question quite swiftly. Where was that speed during this fight? Now, right there, notice that. Butcher reacted to Homelander. That shouldn't be possible. To my knowledge, Butcher has no speed feats like that. Butcher should not be able to react. As you can see, is Butcher as strong as Homelander? No. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, Butcher's as strong as Homelander, suck my... No, I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm going to tell you with a straight face is Butcher is at least relative to his strength. I'm talking they're pretty close. The very fact that Butcher's able to punch Homelander, knock him back a little bit, the fact that Butcher's able to grab Homelander and shove him up against the wall shows that they are pretty damn close in strength. They are really close in strength, actually. The fact that Butcher can take multiple of Homelander's strikes shows that they're pretty close in durability, too. Watch this. Homelander just landed a punch. He clearly didn't use super speed to land that punch. Keep watching. Did you see that? Another situation where Butcher reacts to Homelander. Shouldn't have happened. Homelander, you have super speed. Do you know what you should have done in that situation? You should have speed blitzed her, grabbed her by the leg, and quite literally thrown her into space. You were just proven to be able to knock off Elon Musk into space and back in what, 2 seconds flat?
No, Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. No, that's not a documentary. No, Sherlock.
It is confirmed on multiple accords that this whole blast takes at least like 5 seconds to run. Kimiko would be in space, but instead, plot-induced, whatever, bro. Knocked her down. And now he tries to escape. Again, I could LARP on the speed forever, bro, but Butcher catches Homelander? Are you serious? Homelander should, whatever, bro. Pull him back. That means Butcher is arguably stronger than Homelander. That means Butcher is arguably faster than Homelander, which should not track at all. Okay, he laces it off, throws it off of him. Okay, so right there, if you want to say, oh, but Tyler, Homelander has insane reaction speed. He does not. Okay, really, look at the wind-up on that punch. Let's go into actual martial arts here. Look at him. Yes, Butcher's angry, yada yada you. But if you're going up against a guy that has super speed, you think at least you wouldn't wind up excessively when you punch. When you are punching, for a quick little lesson for the kiddos at home, when you're punching, any of this movement is a no-go. You don't want it. And you can't claim, oh, but Butcher's tired. These guys have like near infinite stamina. But here we are, right? Oh, you don't want this. When you are punching, it's all about being compact and quick. I'm in. I got the setup. Look at this. Straight extension, right back. Make sure when you punch, little twist to increase power, hit him with the top 2 knuckles. So if Butcher had any fighting experience, he'd be like this. Boom, 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 boom. He'd get off like twice as many punches, and he'd get them off in half the time. But no, Butcher doesn't know how to punch. Homelander doesn't know how to punch. But the icing on this horrific I want to run into a highway cake is just Homelander takes it like a good boy. Homelander should have increased reaction speed. So what I'm trying to get at here, and we'll see it later in the episode here, what I'm trying to get at here is Homelander and Butcher are pretty equal in combat skill because we see both of them going punch for punch. Homelander gets the punch, Butcher gets the punch. Butcher gets 3 punches, Homelander gets 1 punch. The fact that Butcher is getting punched and getting combatly outplayed even when Homelander clearly isn't using his speed advantage shows that they are pretty equal in combat skill. We also saw, I made a video on it earlier, that Homelander was able to hold his own, again not using his speed advantage, against Soldier Boy. And we all know Soldier Boy is sucky. We know all of their combat are around equal. So, back to the video here, my folks. He gets up and he flies. Again, he should have insane agility, but he doesn't. Look at the standoff here. I'm sorry, am I going insane? Homelander is irrelevant here. He has no speed. He has no combat. This guy is not. Oh, this is perfect proof he's not using his reaction speed in these fights. He's not using his speed advantage in this fight, which means any hit he gets off in Homelander is, believe it or not, at least as long as it's with his hands, is with combat skill. See that? Homelander was able to get that off because he was able to see an opening in Butcher's combat, which in its own is not very good. So what I'm trying to point out here is, 1, Homelander is a bad fighter. 2, Butcher is also a terrible fighter. Because again, we've only seen punches here. Yeah, okay, Butcher has thrown at his tentacles and grabbed him once or twice. And Homelander has used a flight tackle and has used his laser eyes. But outside of that, these are just people throwing haymakers like it's a brawl at your dad's uncle's barbecue. But I can't wait to get to the part I cannot wait to get to the part I'm about to show you guys, and it's gonna be the nail in the coffin here. Butcher's down. Oh, Butcher gets absolutely lasered. I swear to God, one more time where Homelander's like,
oh my God, it's Kimiko, she can...
You could fly her into space literally in 2 seconds. In literally 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, she's in space. Actually, it's not true. It took you 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi to get to space and back. She's in space in 1 second. He's afraid. Let's be clear. Let's be so clear. Let's be so clear. Has his wind-up to fly ever taken this long? Barely. Let's say it has taken this long. Homelander is flying at what, 1/100,000th of the speed he can? He flies away, and Ryan catches him. Now! You might say, I don't even, like, Ryan catches him. Okay, frame perfect. I'm all for the dramatic effect. Love this part.
You little piece of
Oh, look at that. Homelander threw another punch. You know what? Because I really have just been, honestly, I've just been yelling at the actual, like, logic of the fight. I'm gonna give you a little quiz here, okay? We're gonna watch this punch in, I don't know, I'll be generous for you guys. We'll watch it in 0.3 speed. You tell me what is wrong with this punch. I'll give you a multiple choice answer. Okay, now that you saw Homelander's punch, here are the options. Which one was his mistake? If you guessed all of the above, you're correct, because that punch was horrific. Now, keep in mind, that punch is actually keeping up with Homelander, and you can't excuse physical advantages because they're pretty close, and he hasn't used his speed. Let's keep watching. Homelander just weaved a punch, by the way. And Homelander just weaved a punch and quickly got his own punch off. So at worst, Homelander and Butcher are equal in skill. At best, he's extremely inconsistent with his speed. Uppercut! I get it. Fine, Homelander's had his cape got ripped. Good. Okay, I mean, here's the fighter in me just looking at that godforsaken Butcher punch. Look at this. Look at this. Oh my gosh! Take a look at it. First off, so I had to delay my pause accidentally because I saw him wind up like it was a cleaver. What even is that form? It looks like he's... What? I don't even know what kind of punch that is. Not only is Butcher just looking to God knows where, his entire chest is facing the other wall. He's got his hand out on like an up angle. He's got like his wrist flopped down. I mean, maybe that's just blur. He's like, oh, like, who's doing that? Military trained my purple behind. Holy, whoa. Sorry, I was throwing a punch. Whoa. Who does that? Nobody does that. Ryan gets an excuse, bro. Ryan's a kid. Like, whatever, bro. Ryan sucks. Here it is. Homelander's like, I'm loving this.
Everyone dies, starting with you.
In Homelander, I just realized where I paused. Look at Butcher. Oh my God, this is humiliating. I was about to say, wait, did Homelander just target Ryan before he targeted Kimiko and Butcher? Which is insane because that's his own son. Then I had to take a second to look at first Homelander's face. Second off, what is Butcher doing? Brother, you're in the wrong room. You're in the wrong universe. Butcher called he wants his fist back. What we could do is before you say, oh, Tyler, Homelander was using super speed to dodge that, I'm gonna prove you wrong right now. Watch that punch. Ready? Butcher's fist was moving at almost, if not an identical speed to Homelander's weave. And guess what? We know Butcher doesn't have super speed! So Homelander dodged that with an inconsistent reaction speed at best and skill! His skill! But guess what? It wasn't skill, it was Butcher's lack of skill! Because Butcher's just thinking, what? Brother, what are we, who, how, what, like, okay, blame the choreographers, I get it, that it's probably their fault in the end, but Jesus Christ. Homelander just, you know what I'm gonna say right now? Can I say something as, like, a fellow friend of yours? Like, we're friends here, and this is our enemy. Can we just keep it on the down low? Homelander just showed us the most skilled move used in the fight so far. Watch it, watch it, watch it.
Starting with you.
So, Nasty Weave, which by the way is more skilled than just about anything Butcher has shown thus far, but look at this, ready? Ready? Holy cow! Is that a block? Is that a somewhat kind of functional block? Inside block? High block? Kind of high inside block, we'll put it. Yes! That is somewhat kind of a functional block, and guess what? Guess what? It's the best move and the most skilled move we've seen thus far. Butcher has no fighting skill. Soldier Boy has no fighting skill. No one has any fighting skill. And it's just, so one, I'm dogging on the fact that Butcher is just they're all terrible fighters. And two, it's like this fight makes no sense because Homelander should have literally just no-diffed all of them. Every one of them. Oh, you're in space. Oh, you're in space. Now it's just Ryan because he can also fly. To be fair, Ryan dealt with Homelander. Like, you know what that means? If... you know what that means? You know what that means? If we're going to put this in relativistic terms, relativistic terms, if that's the right usage here. Homelander weaved Butcher's punch with an equivalent speed, so it was due to skill, which there is a lack of then. And Ryan was able to get a very chainable land on Homelander in a hand-to-hand combat setting, which means that Ryan and Butcher are pretty similar in combat skill. And before you go, oh, hand-to-hand combat doesn't work like that, yes it does, bro. Yes it does, dude. There are some people that no matter how hard I try, I will not land a punch on. And I'm trained, and I have experience, and I know, and compared to most people, I know what I'm doing big time. But there are a lot of people in this world that I could not land a single punch on them if you gave me 3 me's. So when I tell you the fact that Ryan landed a punch, Butcher landed a punch, Homelander landed a punch, Homelander landed a weave and a block, these people are all equal in skills, which means they're all irrelevant and terrible. Ryan just showed Ryan, this is way worse than I thought. Ryan freaking Butcher Becca, whatever his name is, just showed us the best chain thus far. If I had to rank combat skill in this fight and I was going strictly off this fight, I would rank it Ryan, Homelander, Butcher. I don't think you understand what's happening. Fuck! What are we doing? Oh my god, I was watching this with my friend. I was watching this finale with my friend last night and it was like midnight, dude. It was like 1:30 in the morning. So I was like, I didn't comprehend the horrific visuals of this fight. What are we doing? What? Whoa. Oh, Butcher! Butcher, for all that's holy, for Becca, please throw a competent punch. You were in the British military. Oh my god, if this is what they are teaching you in the British military. Homelander weaved Butcher's haymaker. Surprise, surprise, man. I could have done that. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. I am going to go as far as to say, if you gave me either, and I'm gonna go crazy here, you put me in a 3v1 against these 3 people and give none of us powers, I no-diff all 3 of them. If you put us in the White House and give me powers, equivalent durability and strength, and a decent speed, and give me like maybe an ability like, I don't know. You know what? Screw that. If you give me an equivalent physical on the par of the 3 of them and you put me in that White House, I am 3v1ing them easily. This is horrific. And this isn't me saying, oh my god, I'm the best fighter. This is me saying they are horrible. This is disgusting. I feel like I am being violated. My eyes being... Ryan, we just saw you can run a chain on Homelander. You know your laser eyes do nothing to him. What the are we doing? Holy shit. So Butcher does know how to throw something other than a haymaker. Holy praise the Lord. He has come down and taught Butcher how to throw a proper punch. I spoke way too soon though, because just like that, his fist is cocked behind his head, plus 50 yards. Landed it, by the way. Wow, look at that. Homelander threw an elbow. That's actually pretty crazy. Wow, okay. Homelander threw an elbow. That's kind of crazy. I wasn't expecting that. He threw an elbow, man. Good props. I'm really happy about that. I mean, Butcher is unironically, if I were to watch this fight and I'd never seen the boys before, I'd say, yeah, Butcher's the worst fighter here. No, obviously. No duh. Now, goddammit! I'm gonna glaze over. What did I just see again? I'm sorry. What? Super speed my ass. Whoa. What? But you can't do that. What was Homelander punching? What was Homelander punching? Homelander, you have super speed. You can move yourself on a dime anywhere. Are you gonna tell me that the fight choreographers looked at Anthony Starr, look at Carl Urban and said, okay, Carl, you're gonna start fully limped over like this, which by the way is, you're never gonna weave like that because I just knee you in the head. Number two, then the choreographers went, okay, Anthony, I'm gonna need you to haymaker the air above Butcher. What? I'm sorry? What are we talking about here? And let's be clear, every single anti-feat against Homelander's combat, because he's holding his own in a hand-to-hand scenario with Butcher, anti-feats Butcher as well. Homelander, if you look at me and say, yeah, but Homelander has super perception, he ain't using it. He is not using it. He hasn't been using it this whole fight, which means to keep in mind here, it's been strictly combat skill this entire time that's been keeping them in the mix, which is all negligible. And now, to be clear, this, every single time I looked at you, the viewer, and said, remember this, remember why I'm saying this, it's for this moment right now.
And look what happens.
जब तक मैं फोड़ता नहीं।
What language is that?
बेटा आज तो तेरे फाड़ के ही दम लूंगा मैं।
So I ask to you, the viewer, does Kimiko's blast fry the combat skill out of you? Did Homelander just get seemingly unskilled out of nowhere? Did Butcher seemingly just gain skill out of nowhere? An argument I could see you making is, oh, you know, Butcher is used to having no powers. Homelander has never had no powers before. This guy is absolutely fried right now. He has no powers. He doesn't know what to do right now. But the fact, all of a sudden, Homelander's just this irrelevant, unskilled fighter, and Butcher just has this, oh, I can catch your punch skill? What are we talking about? Oh, that's not deserved after what we just saw. Listen, the problem here, for me, is that the entire time they were pretty equal in combat skill, whether that mean they were both horrific. And then, just like that, Homelander just, okay, I'm gonna throw a wild haymaker, which he always done, and now Butcher catches it? Brother, Homelander's been throwing wild haymakers this whole time. You guys have had a pretty equal physical this whole time. Now you're just catching that? And before I come up as like a crazy hater, I did overall enjoy The Boys finale. I do think it's one of my favorite shows still. I did feel the emotional impact of Homelander dying there. I still love the show. Have a great day.